Guide for the Journey Home by Jani King, Chapter 1. As you go about your daily life, you employ the skills you have acquired since childhood to make life work for you, to survive and hopefully be successful in your endeavors. For most of you, this can be more or less of a struggle. Often, just when you think you are winning and the pieces of your life are working, it seems that the universe pulls the rug out from under you and you are once more left floundering. The truth is that everything is always changing. No matter what, you will always have the challenges to meet and what seem to be negative situations to resolve. There will be times when you have to deal with grief and loneliness. There may be times when you feel like an utter failure, when you wonder if life is really worth living. Our desire for you is that you learn to dance on the moving rug called life. Not only to dance, but to dance with consummate skill, elegance, passion, and grace. Our desire for you is that you become more and more of who you truly are, that you stop struggling and fill your life with joy and laughter and play. What keeps this from being a reality is simply your beliefs, who you believe you are and what you believe about yourself in your world. The first step in changing your reality is to change your beliefs, to come into the absolute knowing that you are the one who creates that reality. It is you who has that power. No one else has power over you except for the power you give them. You create your reality absolutely. Your exterior life is whatever you perceive it to be. Until you understand that you create it all, you cannot change it. You are a victim of your own beliefs. When you see this, you know that if you do not like what you have created thus far, you may change it. When you see this, you begin to comprehend the awesome power that you are. The more you begin to consciously create, the more powerful you become. This requires that you become more focused and pay more attention to what you may have previously dismissed as coincidence or accident or what you call good luck or bad luck. There are no such things. Nothing is random. Everything is creation and co-creation. Everything in the multiverses is a thought in the mind of creation. Everything is spun out in an incomprehensible web of connectedness from this unified field of consciousness through infinite dimensions of time and space. As human beings, you create yourselves in your multitudinous lifetimes as threads or bodies of energy and consciousness existing in the unified field of consciousness spun out from the greater part of you. These clumps of energy are what you might call soul energy. We call it the light beingness of you. If you had eyes to see, you might call them angels. This soul energy that you are sends out in a most joyous and creative way many, many of these threads of consciousness to experience human existence. And all of these lifetimes are occurring at the same time. So although you, of course, experience everything in a timeline, what you call past or future lifetimes are in fact occurring now. They are created in and from the unified field of consciousness, outside the space-time continuum. In the same way, everything you perceive in your world is created. Everything in your physical reality is created from the unified field. All of it connected, all of it a magnificent explosion of consciousness. Everything in your world, every atom and molecule, whether you perceive it has life or not, is a body of aware-ized consciousness. It may not be a consciousness that you recognize, but it certainly has its own awareness. Everything you perceive in physicality exists first and simultaneously in the unified field before it can be manifested into physical existence. Because everything in existence is connected, everything impacts everything else. Your thoughts and emotions are energy and consciousness that impact and change everything they touch. Thoughts do not live in your head. They are like radio waves that are broadcast into the universe. You can direct your thoughts, wrapped in emotion, to anywhere in the seen and unseen realities. They are not constrained by time or space. In this fashion, you can see that nothing is separate from you. If you want to experience connectedness to your soul, to your loved one who has died, or to a tree, even to a place, of course you may. Be still, breathe, be the thought and be the love, and just listen. When you understand the connectedness and the impact you have upon your world, the power that you are, then comes the responsibility of that knowledge. Knowing that your thoughts and feelings may either enhance or pollute, you are then required to take responsibility, to pay attention. As we have stated, everything in physical existence first and simultaneously exists as a body of energy. Your consciousness affects matter. All change and transformation is effected first in the non-physical. So your non-physical thoughts first impact the energetic body of physical matter, and the change is then manifested into the physical. As you go about your day-to-day life, everything in your environment is affected by what you believe and how it feels. When you are happy and energized and lavishing loving care and attention with thanks and gratitude on everything around you, something extraordinary happens. Even that which you call inanimate objects respond. If you had ears to hear, you would sense a kind of hum. It is a song that sings of the pleasure in joining with such a beautiful resonance of beingness. It is not about the doing anything really. It is about being the thanks, the gratitude and love. Our desire for you is that you may do everything in your life in that state of being. So we're giving you perhaps a wider perspective on who you really are, your universe, and how you create reality, even when you do not consciously do so. As your awareness expands and your knowledge and understanding of the power of you grows, so does your ability to create what you desire in your life. It is a game, you know. This life was not designed to be a punishment. It was designed to be a most outrageously creative game without limits, for you to express your immortal, divine sparkle in physicality.